Please join me in welcoming Chandar Gauthier of the firm Crowe Soberman LLP to the podium to give the audited financial statement for the year end of December 31st, 2021. Chandar?
Good morning. My name is Chandar Gauthier. I'm a partner with Crowe Soberman LLP, the auditors of the college. I've been asked to provide an overview of the summary financial statements for the year ended December 31, 2021. The summary financial statements are part of the 2021 annual report and include the report of independent auditors on the summary financial statements, the summary statement of financial position as at December 31, 2021, the summary statement of changes in net assets, and the summary statement of operations and related notes for the year ended December 31, 2021. Comparative figures for the 2020 fiscal year are also included. The report of independent auditors on the summary financial statements describes the responsibilities of the college's management and the responsibilities of the auditors in relation to the summary financial statements presented to you. The beginning of our audit report contains an unqualified opinion wherein we state, in our opinion, the accompanying summary financial statements are a fair summary of the audited financial statements in accordance with the criteria disclosed in Note 2 to the summary financial statements. The summary statement of financial position lists out the college's assets and liabilities as at December 31, 2021. Total assets at that point in time of approximately $13.9 million consisted of cash of $4.3 million, investments of $8.6 million, equipment, leasehold improvements, and computer software of $852,000, and prepaid expenses and sundry receivables of $201,000. The investments are split out between short-term and long-term. Short-term investments include equities, foreign securities, mutual funds, guaranteed investment certificates, and bonds maturing in 2022. Long-term investments consist of bonds maturing in 2023 and 2026. Investments are managed and maturities are staggered to ensure that funds will be available when needed. Prepaid expenses and sundry receivables consist of advance payments for rent and database maintenance expenses. Total liabilities at December 31, 2021 were approximately $6.4 million. This consisted of $5.7 million of deferred revenue and $686,000 of accounts payable and accrued liabilities. Deferred revenue represents membership and application fees collected in 2021 for the 2022 membership year. This large balance is expected as membership fees for the 2022 membership calendar year were due and payable by December 31, 2021. Accounts payable and accrued liabilities relate to services rendered or products received in calendar 2021, but which were not paid for until 2022. Net assets at December 31, 2021 were approximately $7.5 million and were equal to total assets minus total liabilities. This consisted of the amount invested in equipment, leasehold improvements, and computer software for $852,000, and unrestricted net assets, or surplus, of $6.7 million. This surplus is the amount available for the college to use in the future to cover annual operating expenses, replace equipment, leasehold improvements, and computer software, and to fund projects to fulfill its mandate as a regulatory college. It's also important for the college to have sufficient funds set aside to finance disciplinary hearings as they arise. The details of the two funds can be seen in the summary statement of changes in net assets. The summary statement of operations lists out the revenues and expenses for the 2021 calendar year. Revenues exceeded expenses by approximately $865,000. A surplus was anticipated based on the college's 2021 budget. However, the actual surplus figure for 2021 was higher than expected due to a larger number of new memberships and renewals. Council reviews the accumulated surplus balance each year. If they think it is appropriate to reduce the accumulated surplus, they will budget for a deficit by adjusting membership fee rates and/or adjusting timing for projects and related expenditures. Membership fee rates for 2021 were kept at the same rates as 2020. Expenses for 2021 were comparable to 2020 except for salaries and benefits, legal, and leasing and maintenance. Salaries and benefits is the largest expense and accounted for approximately 55% of total expenditures. The year-over-year increase was approximately $505,000 and related to staffing changes and an increase in salaries to recognize rising inflation costs. Legal increased $344,000 compared to 2020 as a result of an increase in the number of complex cases, as well as an increase in the number of cases overall. Leasing and maintenance increased $230,000 compared to the prior year. However, this increase was in line with a budgeted specific project in this area. Overall, the individual expense amounts may vary year over year due to timing of projects, and so comparing expenses to the prior year is not always relevant. My commentary on the summary financial statements was at a very high level, and we will not go further into details of individual line items. However, we would be happy to answer any questions you may have on the statements during the question period. Thank you.